Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the best drugstore products that I used in 2021. I have a lot of new releases. I have a lot of old favorites that I just couldn't stop reaching for. So if that sounds exciting to you, just keep watching. We are going to go through the products mostly in the order in which I apply them. Tried to have some semblance of organization here. I tried to do a number one, I couldn't do it. So I have two options for most categories, and then of course the eyeshadow category I have more than two. So stay with me. We're starting with the brows, and for brows, to color in my brows, my top two products are going to be this right here, which is the Nyx Brow Gel. Not a new product, but I discovered it in 2021. I had used Dip Brow from Anastasia before. I have used brow pencils for years, but I just found that this was very easy for me to take a spoolie, put a little bit on the back of my hand or a palette, and easily draw that line and flick the color up through. This is what I have in my brows today. This is what I wear in my brows most days. To finish the brows, if I want a couple extra brow hair-like strokes in there, I have been turning to the NYX Lift and Snatch. This is the pen that really I just enjoy so much for putting those extra little hair strokes in my brows. Really gives a more natural hair-like stroke. I cannot do my entire brow with this. I wouldn't want to, but I do enjoy finishing the brows with that product. To set the brows, now I've gone back and forth between setting my brows first with the gel and then going in with the color, or going in with the color and then in with the gel. I switch back and forth. For that product, earlier in the year, I fell in love with the NYX Brow Glue. I love the NYX Brow Glue. That is what I have in my eyebrows today. It really gives fantastic hold. I will put this in. Now, generally, I do use this one before color, so I will do so today. I put this in with nothing in my brows. I did push up the brows a little bit. I took my spoolie and just sort of pressed them up just a little bit, not necessarily smashing them, but just push them up a little bit to set, let it dry, and then went in with my NYX Brow Gel. This has been the miracle team for most of the year. However, very recently I discovered this e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is a new release from them. It is a clear brow gel. From what I understand, it is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I have not taken the leap to purchase that, but I can tell you I absolutely adore this. There is a spoolie that e.l.f. sells that you can buy. I just took an old spoolie that I had, bent it, because it tends to be easier when you have a bent spoolie, dipping into that and going through. And I have used this before the color and after the color. It doesn't matter, it works well both ways. But the brows, 1000%, those are fabulous products. For eye primer, earlier in the year I discovered the Juvias Place I Prime eye primer. I really enjoy this eye primer. It does come in different shades, and this is entirely too much. You need the tiniest, actually for both of these eye primers, you need the tiniest amount, goes the longest way. It dries really fast, it sets, it is going to be fabulous for your eyeshadow. I have even used this primer to spot correct on my face because the shade is really close. I also heard, was it Robert Welsh, talking about putting an eye primer on really oily spots of your face to like here and here, wherever you get the oiliest, to hold back oil. I tried it for the first time yesterday. I want to test it out some more before I give you my thoughts, but that is an option as well. The other eye primer that I have loved is from Jason Wu. You can find his brand. He has his own website, and of course you can find it at Target. But I picked this one up earlier in the year. and this one is a lighter shade, but this is great. This is the eye primer that I used today. I also used it to cut my crease, to not necessarily a cut crease, but I put this in the corner of my eyes to make that shimmer that is on the center pop a little bit more. But this one from Jason Wu is great. I'm gonna say it right now, Jason Wu is my brand of the year. Discovering that brand this year, I've loved so many of his products, and you will see him mentioned more in this video. For eyeshadow, I have 4 favorites to share with you. I loved so much from the drugstore this year, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the least expensive, and that is this one right here from Essence. This is their I Like to Mauve It eyeshadow palette, and there are at least 4 in this range, but these are fantastic little eyeshadow palettes. This one is more of a purple gray taupe sort of style, but absolutely beautiful. I will try to link all of the related videos to these palettes in the description box if you want to see them in action. But this is a beautiful palette. I believe they retail for $3.99. I would like to pick up more. There's a bronze one, there's a blue one. I believe there's one that's a little more brown and copper. I mean, how easy would that be? But they come with a mirror. They have mattes and shimmers, like great monochromatic, easy, don't have to think eye looks. Really, really thought this was a win. The other one is from Colourpop, and I specifically wrote down their astrology collection. This is their Head Capricorn in Charge palette, and that is what I have on my eyes today. I love it. It is a very taupey gray. It gives me vibes of the That's Taupe. Is it That's Taupe? That's So Taupe palette that Colourpop came up with, but this is even better. These quads, I highly recommend. There's a couple different types of quads that they have. This one is from their all matte line, and this one is the Dare to Bear palette, which I also absolutely love. That is Dare to Bear. This one is Head Capricorn in Charge. I have a couple from both of these lines, but they are gorgeous. There's something very special about these Colourpop quads. So find a color store you like and grab, because they are also very affordable. The third one that I want to mention, again, I told you I'd talk about Jason Wu some more. I just did a video where I was comparing this palette to my beloved Make It by Mario Master Mattes, and this one, it's a little difficult to open, but this is his Matte Agave palette. And when I picked this up, I was concerned I wouldn't get depth out of this palette, because to me a perfect palette is going to have the lighter shades and it's going to have the deeper shades. But I was pleasantly surprised. I wanted to try the formula. I'm glad I did. I get plenty of depth from this palette. They are smooth and creamy and last all day. It is just a gorgeous neutral palette. He has come out with more, and I am very excited to try them because I haven't tried any of his shimmer eyeshadow formulas. Other products that I've tried from Jason Wu, I have a glitter shadow that I enjoy. I have a lipstick that I enjoy. I do have a brow product that is a little tricky, but I do use it. What else do I have from Jason Wu? I have his lip liners, a lot of great products. Oh, and his matte oil, which I had a love-hate relationship with. I think we've finally met at a good point. This matte oil that he has, I don't love it before my makeup, but I love it for touch-ups. For the last 2 days, when I felt I needed to update my makeup to go out, I would take a little bit of this oil, put it in my hand, pat it around, let it set for a minute, and then put my powder on, and it really seemed to keep my oils at bay for a longer period of time, and it helped sort of settle in the foundation. My face just looked better with it, so I'm glad that I have it. Moving on to eyeliners. All year long, you've heard me rave about the Essence Extreme Lasting Liner. I love this. I've bought this for family members. I've bought multiple ones of these for myself. I was in a gift group that they had talked about the Essence mascaras, which are wonderful, and I sent this because I said you have to try it. It's under $5. It is so creamy going on. This is what I have on my eyes today. So creamy, so long hr easy to apply. It is a sharpen pencil, but I love it. The other favorite of the year is this one right here from BH Cosmetics. This is their Power Pencil. Same sort of situation, inexpensive. This one normally runs, I don't know, $2.99, $3.99. This one runs, I believe, $9. But the nice thing is BH goes on sale all the time. I just picked up, I think, 4 of these because they were on sale for $3 or $4. So love this black liner. Same situation where it is just creamy, creamy black, easy to apply. There is the BH. Here is the Essence, but they are just lovely, go on well, long lasting. I loved the BH so much, and I was enjoying their sale that I had picked up a cream for the waterline, and then I've been playing with white. I have the white in my waterline today. If you're wanting a more bright awake look, go for this. In the cream gel liner category, I recently fell in love with the Inglot gel liner. Wings have never been my strong point. When I found this Inglot gel liner, I thought, wow, like, can wings be this easy for me? I had such an easy time, and then I had heard that Maybelline had one that did a great job. I think I had one from LA Girl that did not work out for me, so I was a little leery of going drugstore. But I'd heard that the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Pot Liner was a winner, and I'm so glad that I picked it up because I have been using it non-stop. It is what is on my eye today. I just have sort of little baby wings going on. But another bonus is that it comes with this little brush, and I love this brush. It is, I thought it was bent, but I think it's meant to be this way. It is very delicate little brush, but just makes it so easy to flick and drag over the eye, and I've been using it even with the Inglot, so that's a nice benefit. Number one, it's less expensive. Number two, you get a cool brush with it that works well, so yes for that. For mascara, I had a love affair for a lot of the year with this one right here, but I will say I have moved on. This is the Wet n Wild Big Papa, and I do still stand by it. I still have one in my backup that I will use. It is a good mascara, but it has been kicked to the curb a little bit by these two. And the first one is this one right here from Morphe. This is their Make It Big mascara. My lashes are so full and I love it. The only thing I would tell you to be careful with this mascara is that it is a little on the wet side. So you need to take your time. You need to give it an opportunity to dry. I always have like a fan. I have 2 fans on my desk. I use a card. I will make sure that it is dry before I open my eyes really big or do anything like that, but this just builds up beautifully from the get-go. A lot of times with mascaras it takes me a minute to fall in love. This I fell in love with right away. The other one is the one that I'm wearing today, and that is this right here from Milani. This is their highly rated anti-gravity mascara. Again, this is all the things that Morphe is, but less messy. So this is the Milani wand. It builds so lovely, dries fast, volume, separation. I adore this mascara, and I'm so glad that I sort of stumbled upon it. Milani told me they were having a sale and that if I bought the mascara, I'd get an eyeshadow for half price, and I fell for the sale and just thought, I'll give it a chance, and I love it. This is one of my absolute tippy top favorites in my drawer right now. Can't stay out of these 2 mascaras. For primer, the only primer from the drugstore that I have that I would recommend is this new one right here from Revlon. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now. This is their Grip Matte Primer, and this seems to do a good job of smoothing and keeping the oils at bay. For foundation, I have 2 foundations. The first foundation is this Uoma by Sharon C. Uoma Beauty, beautiful high-end brand that is sold at, I believe, Ulta. this came in to Walmart, and this I think is the perfect foundation for oily skin, for dry skin. It's just very, very skin-like, very, very beautiful, sets, wears well, the price is right. Other things by Uoma Beauty, I love their lip gels that they have. I'll try to post a picture. I have not tried the mascara. If you've tried anything from Uoma by Sharon C at Walmart, let me know. But this foundation is beautiful. It has a scent to it, but strangely enough, I really enjoy it. It smells fresh. It smells good. So if scent bothers you, be forewarned. The other foundation that I have enjoyed immensely is this one right here from Kiko Milano, and this is their Nothing Matter foundation. I really like this foundation. It is a little on the thicker side, but I have found that just using a sponge really helps. But this one, my skin looks smooth, it gives me good coverage, and a teeny amount goes a long way, so really good value on this one. I have found the older I get, and I recommend this to anybody, use as little foundation as you can get away with. The thinnest layer possible, build up on the spots that need a little bit of extra help. That's going to help you look less cakey, less makeup-y. We want our skin to look natural. We don't want to look like we have a mask on. So there's your tip. Now for skin tints, 2021 was the year of skin tints. 2021 was the year of cream makeup products. So for skin tints, I am not a big skin tint kind of girl. I want more coverage. I also find that skin tints are not normally oily skin friendly. However, I did find two that I enjoyed immensely. The first one is this number 7 Airbrush Away, and this is called the Tinted Skin Perfector. This one is light coverage, so I find that I have to help it with a little bit of a skin-toned concealer for those extra spots, but wow, the blurring on your skin is amazing. This, I would call this a primer, a tinted primer, basically. It just makes your skin look so unbelievably smooth. It has a tint to it, absolutely gorgeous. My number 1 skin tint is this one right here from Wet n Wild. I love it so much. I actually gave it to a family member to try because she was looking for a lightweight skin tint for her oily skin. I missed it so much I went and replaced mine because the best part is it's under $6. This is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator Tinted Skin Veil. This is what I am wearing today. This has more coverage than any skin tint I've ever used. I would call this a solid medium coverage skin tint. It is oily skin friendly, which I appreciate. It dries smooth, it dries nice, it lasts all day. This was a go-to for me through the summer. Throw it on and go and not have to worry about those spots that maybe you have a little bit of redness. I have a spot here, I have a spot here, and I have a spot here. So that's what I'm always looking for, is everything's covered, but how much do I need to build up? Does it come through? How does it work? And this does a great job. For concealer, I have 2 concealers for you. They are not new. I tried a lot this year, and it all gets compared back to this one. I was just talking to my sister the other day who has a couple spots that she's having a hard time covering. She likes the lightweight foundation, so we were talking about helping those spots with concealer, and I made her tell me the concealers that she had, and I'm like, I don't like that one, I don't like that one. So what I recommended was either the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer or the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. These, in my opinion, are the 2 best drugstore concealers if you are looking for full coverage. If you want brightening, go a little bit lighter. I actually have the e.l.f. one in 2 different shades. I need to pick up more in the L'Oreal one. So you have something brightening a little bit for under the eyes, and then you have more skin tone if you need extra coverage, or if you had the proper skin tone and you didn't want to wear any foundation, you could just spot, conceal, blend it out, and go. Like a no makeup look, just covering the areas that you want to cover. But these are the best. I need coffee. Let's move on to powder. I've been talking about this Wet n Wild loose setting powder for a long time. I actually placed a Wet n Wild order last night and wanted to try their solid photo focus powder, and it was sold out in all the shades. Wet n Wild was having a sale, Wet n Wild haul coming up, but I do enjoy this loose powder. Works really well. I've heard it compared to Laura Mercier. I haven't had Laura Mercier in years, but I can tell you I do enjoy this powder. It mattifies my face, it smooths my face, you get a ton of product, it is inexpensive, you can find it anywhere. I highly recommend this. I can't see this ever leaving my collection. I had a backup and just gave it to my other sister. I have a few sisters, but I definitely will keep this in my collection for a long time to come because it just does the job well. The other one is a new release from 2021, and it is this one right here. It is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. And mine is broken. Oh no. Coming into my filming room, I must have had something must have fallen out of my tray. Oh, bummer. But the nice thing is that it is inexpensive and I can replace it. I couldn't open it. So mine just got a boo-boo. I will replace this. That is how much I enjoy this powder. I really like to use it with a puff. If anybody knows a drugstore puff that you can buy that really is nice, make sure that you please comment below, because I got this in my Makeup Forever powder that's, spoiler alert, is going to be in my high-end favorites video, but I love this puff. Bronzer. I have 2 powder bronzers and 2 cream bronzers to talk about. I do enjoy my cream bronzers. There are days that I only wear the cream, but if I want the makeup to last all day long, I will top it off with a bronzer. And the bronzers that I want to talk about for cream, I love this one from Colourpop. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I have this in the shade medium. This is just a treat for your nose. Oh, it smells so good. I take it on a small stipple brush and put it on. This is the one that I have on today, and then I have a powder on top of it. Smells good. It's $16, although Colourpop has sales all the time, but goodness, you get so much product. I still only have a little dip in this, and it will last me forever. The other cream bronzer is another Wet n Wild product, and this is their contour stick. I actually, in my Wet n Wild haul that I just did, I just picked up another one of these, but in a blush shade, so we'll see how that works out. But this, I have 2 different shades. The one that I prefer is the Wears Walnut, which is right here. I put this on, I've been using my palette a lot. If you didn't see my Shop Miss A video, it's like a silver palette that I've been putting cream and liquid products on. My foundation, my concealer, and even this, I put it on the other day, and I find that my products are lasting longer. It's just easier to apply. I think they absorb into your skin this way, but my normal way is to put it on my hand and then tap my brush in and go in. I wore this one yesterday. I wear this often. It is beautiful. It is very inexpensive, but it blends so nicely. For powder bronzer, the 2 I want to share with you, this first one is from Juvias Place. This is their bronzer palette in the shade medium, but this is the palette. Comes with a nice mirror, comes with these shades, comes in a couple different shade variations, but absolutely beautiful. I love that there's 2 shades in here. It is a buildable, soft bronzer that I absolutely love. I went in with this shade today to set that Colourpop bronzer to go around. That's what I used on my nose and under my lip. Beautiful bronzer. And then, not so new to the market, but new to me, I picked up the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, and I understand the hype now. It is a beautiful product. Again, soft, buildable, airbrushed looking bronze. Let's talk about highlight. For highlight, I have been a huge fan of the Wet n Wild highlights for a long time. I have this loose one in, I believe it's I'm So Lit, and I have a pressed one, and this one is in Blossom Glow. So when I want a pink highlight, I'm going to go for this one. This one is old. I have a lot of pan in it, and I just love it. I'm going to use it until it's completely gone, but that is a lovely, Wet n Wild does highlight right, in my opinion. I've never tried a highlight that I did not enjoy from Wet n Wild. And this one, this one is the I'm So Lit, I believe, is just a gorgeous gold color, champagne gold, which is exactly where I want to go. So if you are light-handed with this, this can be a very soft lit from within, or you can glow to the heavens. But this one, again, so much product in here. I believe it's less than $6. You will have this forever. The other highlight that I picked up from the drugstore was this Revlon Skin Lights highlight, and this is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Again, I'm very gold champagne. Every now and again I go a little towards pink with the highlights, but this one, beautiful packaging, and this one is a little more tinging on gold. And this one is a little bit softer than the Wet n Wild. I actually went into that twice, but so beautiful going onto the skin, not accentuating texture too much. It's a beautiful, I mean, goodness gracious, it's a beautiful highlight. Let's jump into blush. I am loving this palette from Pixi. This is the Pixi and Louise Rowe blush palette. I did a video on this a few months back. It is just it's such a versatile palette. You have pinks, you have more raspberries, you have more brownie nudes, you have so many colors, and you can use these on your cheeks, on your lips. I love this palette, so many options. If you are a put your finger in and tap it on kind of makeup person, you're gonna love it. I am not. So I struggled for a little bit on application because my normal blush brushes were a little bit big for the hand sizes. However, I found a brush in my collection from Wet n Wild that I have very much been enjoying all of my cream blushes with. And this one, of course it's not labeled, but I believe it is the small stipple brush. Again, I think I picked up another one of these in my Wet n Wild haul because I wanted to have a second one. I have a makeup room in my bedroom, and then I come in here to do makeup for you. But I like this brush because you can go right in. I think this is the shade that I picked today, and you can just, it just fits right in that spot very, very well, and just, it stipples on so well. But wow, these blushes are gorgeous. Not patchy, blend, not sticky. They will dry down to a matte finish. Gorgeous. The other cream blush that I've been very much enjoying is this one from Milani, and I was just watching a review yesterday where somebody said, oh no, you know, they're just way too greasy, and I understand the fear, but I wanted to comment, did you actually try it? Because I had that same fear. This one is in the shade Nude Kiss. Oh no, my packaging. I'll tell you what, my drugstore, I love high-end makeup, I love drugstore makeup, but sometimes the packaging is what can really frustrate you with drugstore. Yeah, this packaging just fell apart. That's okay. But when you first put your finger in there, I mean, it really does look, it looks oily. And as an oily skin girl, that would scare me if you look at that. But it really, it's just the emollient ingredients in the product, because it's not oily on the skin. You tap it on and it blends so nicely and it dries to a beautiful finish. It is lip liners. I have 3 drugstore lip liners that I would like to recommend, and the first one is from Flower Beauty. I just placed a Flower Beauty order as well because they were having a sale, and I have so many products from them that I enjoy. I just find it to be the perfect shade. It can be worn with some of my pinkier shades. It can be worn with my brown shades. It is so easy to put on. It's creamy, but it doesn't move around. Long lasting. The other one is newest to me, and this is the Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea. Very inexpensive, and it is a nice 90s sort of brown, which is what Jenny tends to go for, but I can't stop reaching for this one. I have so many lip liners. I need to do a declutter. Let me know if you'd be interested in a declutter series. Lip liners, I have way too many, and I reach for the same ones over and over again. And the third one I want to share with you is this one from Colourpop. This one is probably my number one, and it's not necessarily the shade, it's the formula. This shade is BFF2, and let's compare this. So we've got the flower on top, we've got the Morphe in the middle, and then on the bottom we have the BFF2 from Colourpop. I really enjoy these Colourpop lip liners. I buy them in sets. That's what I would recommend to you. Sign up for Colourpop emails, and then when they have sales, get a whole set of the shades of lip liners. You can go more, I think they have ones that are a full range, or you could go more nudes, more berries, more browns, but I picked up a set and I love them. I use them all the time. They are easy to put on, and they are the longest lasting lip liner. For lipstick, I have two to share with you. The first one, of course, is the Milani Matte Fetish lipstick that they came out with. It went viral on TikTok. I love a good matte lipstick, so that was an easy thing that I got sucked into to, of course, try it. I picked up the shade Tease. I thought it would be a lovely nude. I had it on yesterday. I love it. It is a nice, I would call it a rosy nude, which surprised me because I'm more of a brown nude lover, but I enjoy it. I sometimes will put on a deeper lip liner with this and it will deepen it up, but it lasts long. It doesn't drag on the lips. It's beautiful. Dries down to a matte finish. Absolutely love these. Would love to pick up more shades of these, and I do believe that they just recently came out with more shades. So if you like your lipstick to last all day, maybe not too drying, you like matte but maybe not too drying, I would definitely pick this up. And then my one that I just can't stop using is this one right here from Revlon. This was a fluke that I picked it up. I thought it was strange. The name is Super Lustrous Mattes, but wow, I love this lipstick. I hope all of the shades are like this, but I picked this up in Spiced Cocoa. This is what the shade looks like. See, it's a little more of a brown than the Tease from Milani. This is what I have on my lips today. I did touch it up before I videoed. This makeup has been on, goodness, 5 hours, and I haven't touched up my face, but I did touch up my lips because I eat breakfast, and it was just a little bit faded in the center, but if I were out and about, I wouldn't feel the need to fix it. I just fixed it for you guys. If you are looking to plump those lips, it's the Ulta Plumped Up Pout Lip Gloss. This is extreme. I feel this more than my Too Faced Extreme Lip Plumper. I love it. If you like that hot, tingling feeling, and I would say this is cooler, this is more like mint than cinnamon, then I highly recommend trying these. These are drugstore priced because this is Ulta's house brand. They do come in different shades. I picked it up in Strawberry, I believe is the shade, but it doesn't matter. I could have gotten clear because I don't wear it on its own, although you could if you wanted to. This has enough pigment that if you had a lip liner on, you could wear this as a lipstick. This one lasts longer than any other lip plumper I've ever had. I will blot it off and it still tingles. This is the one that I used today. For gloss, after we put on the matte lip, if you want to step it up with a little gloss, which I will do right now, the two inexpensive options that I have for you is this one right here from e.l.f. I've tried other e.l.f. glosses. Tell me if you have a formula that you like, but I've tried a couple that I did not care for. But when this Mint Melt collection came out, I absolutely fell in love. This is their lip plumping gloss, and this one is in the shade Chocolate Mint. And oh, it smells like Andes candy. The other one that I would recommend is this one right here from Maybelline. This is their Lifter Gloss. Mine is in the shade, I believe, Crystal. I love both of these. This one is a little bit stickier than this one. So I'm gonna throw the Maybelline on right now because I have no gloss on my lips because I wanted you to see how beautiful the Revlon matte was. This is not sticky. It feels really nice. Oh, let me swatch it for you. Here is the shade Crystal, which is just a pretty coppery sheer color. And then for the e.l.f., very similar. Looks like this. And the e.l.f. is a little bit stickier than the Maybelline, but not crazy sticky. It's very little stick. But they are fabulous, and I know they both, this one I believe comes in 3 shades. This one comes in a lot of shades. If you've not tried this one out, I do highly recommend. We have one affordable setting spray to show you. The setting sprays that I go to normally are high end, but the one that I've been loving that is affordable is this one right here from Morphe. This is their Mattifying Continuous Mist. I like their regular Continuous Mist as well, but I recently tried this one and I think it's gone. Yeah, it is on its last leg. I've used this a lot. This is what I use on the daily. I might grab my higher end one for special occasions or when I'm going out, but on the daily, when I'm fighting that oil coming through my skin, this is what I will end the day with. It is an affordable price. It smells good. I recommend it. The last thing I want to share with you are 2 hair products. So you saw that I did a video on this one. This is the Conair Unbound Beauty in Motion. Let me know if you want to see me do another video with this, because my first video, my only video I did with this, it was a first impression and it was a little bit awkward. I have since mastered this curler. I love it. And what I found is that you have to keep it, this side goes against your head. So you just keep pulling the pieces in. I could do my whole head in 10 minutes. My hair was curly yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted a picture yesterday talking about a new shampoo that I've been using from Function of Beauty, and my hair was naturally curly yesterday after having slept on it. So today, day 2 hair, 2.5 I guess, because I showered the night before last. So my hair was naturally curly, but the curl wasn't as fabulous. I just took small pieces of this, went through, boom, 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 went all the way around my head and was left with these curls. There was no other curling product used in my hair, but I use this 1 to 2 times a week. I love it. It heats up fast. It is cordless, which I love. It is not very heavy. I had the other product from Conair before this that had the cord that I enjoyed. The other product that I wanted to share with you is, and this one is not new, but this one is from Revlon, and this is their brush curler. My mom got this for me for Christmas last year, and this is also a well used one. My hair is curly. I use my Conair on day 2. I'll wear my hair naturally curly, then day 2 I go for that. But when I want to blow out my hair, when you see my hair straight in a video or on social media, it's this that I have used. And what I like about this is that it is a blow dryer and curler at the same time. And when I roll my hair in this, again, let me know. Whoop, I caught some. Let me know if you want a video. My hair is smooth, frizz-free, and it just gives you a beautiful blowout. You just sort of roll it, and it's blow drying and curling at the same time. I love this. I believe you can get this for less than $50, but those are my 2 most used hair products I thought you might want to know about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I might not be able to link every one of these products in the description box, but I will for sure have them listed by the name and the shade. I will link what I can. Let me know what your favorite drugstore products are from this year, what you can't stop using, what you recommend that I try. I would love to hear it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Leave me a comment, give it a thumbs up. Those things really help my channel, and I very much appreciate it if you do. Stay tuned for my high-end makeup favorites of 2021. That will be coming very soon. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in my next video.